bit of sky. Bit of cerulean below. Bit more. Now, pop a few clouds in like this, I think. Looks, well, it looks like clouds when I do that. Right, now then, I think I'll get a bit of that cerulean. Bit of that. I've got some mud in the bottom of my palette and mix that with cerulean. Just dabbed in these. Just distant pines miles away. Varying my colours, I'm dipping into bits of mud, bits of green, bits of Payne's grey. Just varying round. Sort of coming all the way across actually, so I'll do that. I'll come in the bottom, all the way across there. Work it up to the top, and it'll stay nice and faint on that top bit, hopefully. There we are. I think that'll do. And then more water. Just take it down to that bit there. I'll blend that in. That'll do. So there, that's meant to be. Actually, this bit looks a bit like it could do it a bit more. That's meant to be distant pines. There's some strong bits, some thinner bits. Sorry to me, that does. Right. Now then, let's get some green in. So I've got some green in my palette and I'm mixing some yellow in it to lighten it up. It's just a green I've mixed from another painting, so it's just like a scruffy green in the bottom of my palette. If you've got some green paint, use that and just add a bit of red or something to it so it's not too bright. A lot of greens on their own, they're just too bright, so be careful. Add a bit of yellow in just to change it a bit. To there like that, to there, take that up there like that. Most of this will be covered up. To there, then what shall I do? Some water, I'll leave that bit lighter there I think, and come down there, leave a bit of a highlight there, that'll do. Sort of just blot all that in, I think that'll do. Same on this side, I think I'll have a nice highlight in there, and then that'll do for now. Tidy that up in a bit. Right then, now some pines to go in now. Mix up the piney colour, so this is going to be a dark green. Mix quite a lot up if I can, so I want quite a bit of water on my brush. Just while I'm mixing this is. Mix a nice thick colour up, nice thick green up, and it's a bright green what's mixing, so I'm going to add some red to it to dull it, because I've got some green in my palette and it's too bright, far too bright. Green will do. If it's too light, add some brown to it. If it's too dark, add a bit of Chinese white or a bit of yellow to it. Right, so I've got a really bright green there. It's far too bright, so I'm just going to come in and add some bright red to it. darken it down, take some of that brightness off it, and that's taking it like a black. That'll actually probably do for these pines. I'm going to mix a lighter one and all. I'll mix some yellow in and all that too dark. Right, see what happens. This looks alright. So begins just like this. Oh, I think there's some down back of here. It looks of things going down back of this hill here. Right, so I'll get some bits in now. Corner of your brush. Just go into them top bits. They're looking like pines. Down here. Somewhat about like that in that bottom bit there, and then these ones sort of come in front of there. Smudge some bits on and that. Hopefully that just looks like a few pines coming in front like that. Right, that's that. These on this other side are even bigger, so I'll stretch this paper out a bit. That's better. These on this side are even bigger, so these are about, they're bigger, they're about there. But I think I might take these right at the top, perhaps. These pines, there's actually a lot of mist in them. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to squeeze my brush out. I'm going to mix some yellow, try and add some yellow into and brighten it up a bit. So I'll totally wash my brush out. Not too much water. I'll just add some yellow. There is some brighter bits in there, so I'll just brighten them up a bit. A bit of yellow, and then same on this side. Use some brighter bits in there. So do that and that. Squeeze that out, so not going to waste that yellow. That's all we'll colour. Right. I think now I'm going to do some. Hands are clean. Do some softening because it's quite misty. Seems like quite a misty day, so do a bit of that. Soften it all in. There we are. Better. Right, now then, shall I do now? Shall I whack my rocks in now? So I get that brush, that thing there, that there. Start thinking about some rocks, I think. Yeah, let's whack some rocks in. Just go in. I think I'm just going to go Bont Umber and Payne's Grey. I think that'll do me a nice rocky colour. I've just got to get my paint thick enough at the minute. Slightly too much water in there. I think that's okay. Alright, yeah. Might even start from back and work my way forward. Get a bit more water on my brush. Just because I'm starting further back. Right, some bits in there. Just like that, quick as you can. And then try and do it random. Get your rocks in like that. In fact, probably be as well. Getting a few greens in as well while I'm doing it. Just a few, just to soften some of that in. See it, and then so put some just water in, soften in. That looks nice. There we are. A few blacks and a few greens. Actually thinking about it. Get some tiny darker bits in there and all. It looks a bit. That's better. That'll work better. Quite far away they are. I think I'll do the same to the side. Exactly the same. I'm in there. Right up there like that. That's it. Before it gets a chance to dry, come in quick with this. Quick as you can, you get more random effects when you do it quick. It just looks better. Some green mixed in. Leaving a few of them bright green spots in as well, and then some of that really dark stuff just for a few low lights in there and all. Well, that's nice. Right, back to this brush. I've added a bit of green into my rocks. Right. Like that. Quick as I can with this one. I think this time a bit bigger because they're getting a bit closer. So come in with a slightly bigger thing. I've gone random. I need some low lights in there for definite. I've scraped a bit too much out there. But not to worry, because I'll just pour a bit back in like that, you see. And then a bit of green in. Well, not very bright. A bit of that in, that's better. Tell you what, let's go back to this big brush. Blend that in there. Right, let's have a look. Start blending some of this in. I think if I go into there like that, get some of that blending down, bring it right down into here. It's nice. Then some of this darker green down here, blending up like that, and then get my rocks whacked back in. So same again, nice and quick. Nice and random, like that. Well, swap things just to get a slightly different shape. So, well, more blending in. Some darker greens to go in with that. And some even darker ones. And I think I'll have some darker ones here and all, just because they'll soften down a bit better. That's it. Nice. Squeeze that back out. Same on the other side. Come in with some nice bright yellows down to the edge, and then some of these dark greens blending over, and then some of this really dark green in here, just because it'll help soften that in. There, that's it. Squeeze that out and get some thick paint. Whack some rocks in. In fact, let's do them with this brush again. few little ones in there, little pebbles and stuff. Get a couple of big ones in. And then I think, I don't know about there, that's another one about there. A couple of big big ones. There, that'll do. Same here. On there like that. So, right then. Just looking now, what else can I do? Looking at this, where I've added this bright yellow in. I think I could do a bit more of that in there, just to help a bit, help loosen it. That looks better, doesn't it? A bit more yellow in there, it's better. And perhaps a bit more in here, and all. That's it. What shall I do now? I think now I'll just whack my water in for now. So squeeze that out. Right, let's get some water in. So the water's going to be some nice light blue again. So let's have a look. It's just slightly greenish, but I'm not bothered that it tends to do that a lot anyway. So just come straight across with that. Pretty quickly. I don't need to mess about too much at that. That's all right. Then see if I can get it a bit more blue. That's better. Just a bit, not too much. That's plenty. And then I think some Payne's grey in there and all. Especially in here where these trees are about there. Some of these trees would be reflecting down here, I think. Well, and then I'm thinking just front sides, just softening to the side, something like that. There we are. Soften that in, and then soften that in as well. There, I could. There's none in my picture, but I think this will look better with just a couple of rocks. Water as well, just a couple spotted about, just a couple spotted about, a couple of rocks in water there. There we are. That looks quite nice. If I go a bit of shadow underneath them all. There we are, that's that. Right, now what do I want? Looking and thinking, we're nearly done. It's like a, I need to dampen my brush, there's like a big twig goes through here. But do I need a dark bit to fit it through? Say if I have the edge of that tree there, like that, and I come into there with that one like that. Like that. I wonder if I can just fit it, scratch it straight through there, sort of thing. Try it with this one. So like a big tree. That's it. That'll do. And then it's got a little. It's a dead one. That's what it is. It's a dead tree. Got some little branches and that coming off it. It's just dead. So, and then there's a little shadow coming off here. Let's take that shadow across there, like that little shadow coming off here. Get a bit of thing there. could even do, I want to really get into it, a nice little dark bit down that side and under there. Right, leave that there. There we are. Right, let's get in. Peter and Paul, they're out looking for worms. 1, 2. And see if I can squeeze a BD in somewhere. Boy, this is still pretty wet. Boy, for Bertie, day. There we are, still pretty wet this. So let me stand over to the side of the room and have a look at it. Just looking at it now, I'm thinking it's just one little thing that I fancy doing. Just over there, just brightening that up a tiny touch like that. I think if I stand over to the side of the room and have a look, that's always a good little idea. I think I'll find that's it's okay, yeah, that's alright. It's really fast and loose, but it's alright. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. This bit's all really dark in here, but the light's coming in that way, so that's how that would be all in shadow. A bit of shadow coming off there. Yeah, I think it pretty much works. Peter and Paul out looking for bods. Seem to have created the hallucination of depth. We've got that just twiggy thing there of that dead tree, that looks alright. Water was dead easy, just plopped it in. And like I always say, World Your Lobster, if you want to put 2 of them in there, feel free, what you want, I don't care. If you want to scratch some blades of grasses in down here, you can do. I'm going to leave it today. You know, I get that scratchy one and just scratch some blades in. You can do that. Sits your wax in ground nice. World Your Lobster. Right, I'm going to go and find me stepbrother Doofus. We're going to pick up some onions. So I'll see you on the beach. Wah wah.